Hi.
Hola.
Hi, hier ist Mr. Döse.
This is Michael Bradley.
Hey, I'm Memphis.
Hey.
Hola. Hello.
I'm here with soccer.com.
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 And I'm talking with my friends soccer.com.
See you soon.
Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the Adidas A17 Plus Purecontrol in the alternate Blue Blast Pack colorway. Now, the reason why this is the alternate version is because the initial Blue Blast Purecontrol is all blue. There's a video of those up on my channel. If you want to check it out, I'll leave a little pop-up on screen. This features the same combination of colors, but with a white toe and a slightly different shade of blue. So it is essentially an alternate variation, but still bears the Blue Blast Pack name. Nonetheless, we're going to go over all the details in today's video, so if you are interested in learning more about this particular colorway of the 17 Plus Purecontrol, stick around and watch the entire video. If you're interested in a pair of these for yourself, I'll leave a little pop-up on screen, or you can click the first link down below in the description. That'll take you to the review page on my website, where you'll find Buy It Now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes, where you'll be able to pick these up below their normal $300 retail price. So again, if you're interested in a pair, first link down below, go ahead and check it out. Now, being that this is a top-end model from Adidas, they do include a string bag to go along with the shoes, but also being the fact that this is a Purecontrol, they also include an extra set of insoles, their regular foam insoles to go along with the Boost foam ones already inside of the shoes, and they also include a shoe horn that you can or don't necessarily have to use that can help you with putting the shoes on. I personally don't use them, but they are included with every pair of Purecontrols. Now, starting off with the colorway itself, these are definitely pretty unique looking, especially in comparison to the other Blue Blast one, which is almost the same shade of blue pretty much all the way throughout. This is very distinctive looking in that the prime knit at the toe is white in color, which I actually like the look of. And I'd be curious to hear your opinions down below in the comment section. Do you prefer the alternate version here or the regular Blue Blast Purecontrol? Which is your favorite? Let me know down below in the comments. Obviously, the control skin area is all blue in color. You have this kind of metallic pink color for the Adidas stripes on the lateral side, as well as pink details in the actual Adidas logo on the front and the Purecontrol branding going down the back of the shoe. The sole plate has kind of like a semi-metallic, very dark blue heel counter, which fades into a glossy white at the bottom here in the forefoot and front area of the shoe. That is a wearable element as well. It does come with a warning sticker letting you know that the glossy parts of the sole plate will wear off over time. It does have the clear see-through window for the Boost foam as well. And then the studs, as you can see, pink at the heel, blue in the forefoot. So overall, I think it's actually a pretty good looking colorway. I do prefer this one over the original Blue Blast ones, but again, let me know your opinions down below in the comment section. Now, for the sake of the video, I'll go over the basic tech specs of this particular shoe, but if you are interested in learning a little bit more in regards to the performance, the way these things fit and feel, and just the overall experience of wearing them, or you just want to see the shoes in action, I'll leave a little pop-up on screen to my playtest video that went up not too long ago, where again, I go over all of those details. So if you haven't seen that, be sure to go ahead and check it out. Now, obviously with the upper, you do have two different materials, prime knit at the toe, control skin for the rest of the shoe. And given the colorway, the white part's prime knit, the blue part's control skin. The prime knit has a soft knitted aspect to it, obviously, so it does have a nice kind of sock-like sensation to a certain extent, although I wouldn't necessarily compare or describe this shoe as sock-like in terms of how it feels. And of course, you do have the transition points where it is a control skin material from the forefoot back, which is basically an elasticated, almost spandex type material. It's an elasticated mesh, I guess is the best way to describe it, with the polyurethane top layer that runs pretty much throughout the majority of the shoe. Only the exposed parts here have some elasticated aspect to them. The finish on the surface does of course have, like I said, that polyurethane finish, and you do get the non-stop grip dots acting as your wet control element. Internally, obviously, because this is a laceless system, there has to be something there in order to hold your foot and lock it in place inside of the shoe, which this does have. It's called a Tech Fit system. It's made from an elasticated synthetic material that I would describe as moderately effective. Not as effective as laces, in my opinion, and based on, I guess, the experience of most people with this particular shoe. If you're comparing responsiveness of this versus the A17.1 Prime Knit, which is essentially the exact same upper with a lacing system, that shoe is much more responsive, you're much more locked in. It's a different experience that I would argue is a little bit better than the laceless system, but a lot of people like the fact that this is laceless, and if you're one of those people, by all means go for it. It is still a very wearable shoe, just in my opinion, not truly a top-end performer, especially at the top $300 price point that they're asking for these things. So like I said, internally you do have your Tech Fit system, and of course that does wrap your foot. It's essentially a piece that runs through the midfoot, holds your foot in place, but again, upon more harsh movements, quick changes of direction, that stretchy material is going to stretch, which is going to mean that your lockdown is going to be lost for that split second, which does create a lack of responsiveness in terms of the feel of this shoe overall. You're also going to find that the Adidas stripes here on the lateral side aren't just for show. It's actually a harder plastic material that has some pretty decent thickness to it, acting as almost a reinforced sidewall on the lateral side of the shoe that again is designed to actually hold your foot in place of actual laces, because on the A17.1 Prime Knit that I just talked about, you're not actually going to have that reinforced sidewall. It's just printed on stripes because you don't necessarily need that if laces are there to hold your foot in place. You have the little pull tab right here that's attached to the internal lacing system, as well as the pull tab on the back. Of course, you do get the prime cut collar design here, which is basically the mid-cut aspect of the shoe, although you don't necessarily feel these extension pieces. There's not really any structure here. So for the most part, I would say this kind of feels like a low-cut shoe in terms of what you're actually feeling on your ankle, although there is some pretty strong structure here going down the back of the heel, which can lead to some kind of stiffness, but that's there again because of the lacing system. I'll talk about that a little bit later in the video. The insole, that's fully removable. I'll pull that out just so you guys can get a look at it. It, of course, is made from a boost foam material. So you can see it has the synthetic suede liner on top, and then it's boost foam for the makeup of the insole. And if you look inside the shoe, and you can also see it through the clear window, there's boost foam lining the base of the sole plate. So with the lining at the base, as well as the insole in combination, you're left with a total of 6 millimeters of boost foam, which sounds like a lot, but honestly, the insole and sole plate combination of that boost foam pretty much feels like a regular pair of soccer shoes. It's the best way I can describe it. This does not compare at all to a pair of boost foam running shoes where you're getting a significant amount of very bouncy, high quality underfoot cushioning. This doesn't feel bad, but it just feels like a regular pair of insoles. So if you were buying this because of the boost foam feature, expecting it to have a significant impact on underfoot cushioning, unfortunately, that really isn't the case. It feels, like I said, kind of like a standard insole setup, so nothing too special in that regard when talking about this particular shoe. The inside heel liner, it is a smooth synthetic suede material with a decent amount of padding, which again, we'll talk about the reasoning for that a little bit later during the on-feet portion of the video. And then of course the sole plate and stud pattern, you do get the external heel counter attached to the sole plate, one piece. It is a sprint frame construction. And of course, you get the FG-AG stud pattern that is on the Ace line, which features conical studs. Same layout you'll find across the entire Adidas brand. It gets the job done. It's nothing too fancy as far as the layout is concerned. Nothing too fancy in regards to performance either. No real quirks to it. It's an effective stud pattern. It works quite well. But like I said, it's not really leading in any particular category in regards to performance characteristics. In regards to weight, in a size 9 US, these guys weigh in at about 8.3 ounces, which is relatively lightweight, but not as light as other top-end models out there. Again, they weren't necessarily going for the lightest possible feel with the A17 Plus Purecontrol, but just know at 8.3 ounces, that's what you can expect in terms of a weight range for this particular shoe. That's enough about tech specs though. Let's take a look at how these things fit and feel on feet. So as far as getting them on is concerned, pretty straightforward process. What I like to do is grab the front loop and the back loop with two different hands. It's a little bit difficult sitting down in this position because I want to get it on camera. But from here, basically I want to get my foot halfway in, so my toes are basically in the middle of the shoe. Then I want to grab these loops. I want to pull this one forward and I want to pull this one back, and basically just push my foot into the shoe. You want to try to avoid putting any significant pressure on the back structure piece, because if you do put too much pressure multiple times, you could potentially bend it inwards, which is going to cause a lot of discomfort. So once they're on, basically you just want to adjust the collar pieces at the side, and then all you can really do from here is just pull on this loop, which adjusts the actual tech fit system internally, so there's no creases in it. And that's pretty much it. You can't make them tighter, you can't make them looser. That's all the adjustment that you have. So again, I'll just put the other one on just so you can see how they fit. Again, pretty straightforward process, not really all that difficult. There is a little bit of muscle required here, don't get me wrong, but it's not something that you're going to be fiddling with for a long time. But that is what they look like on feet. In regards to comfort, they're decently comfortable shoes. Again, it's a very quirky shoe in terms of how it fits because of the laceless system. Normally with a shoe with laces, you have the ability to tighten it section by section, so you can make certain parts looser, certain parts tighter, which is important given the specific shape of your foot. They can't design a shoe that's going to fit everybody perfectly, so having the laces to adjust section by section can allow for the best possible fit given that particular situation. With a laceless shoe, once you put them on, that's the way that they fit. You can't make them tighter, you can't make them looser, and that's really where it comes down to you have to make your own personal decision based on how the shoes feel as to whether or not they fit you the way that you'd like to fit. So normally in these reviews, I talk about width and the shape of the shoe, but again, it's something that is very specific to everybody's situation and everybody's foot. So if you put these on and they feel great, give them a go. If you put them on and you're disappointed with how they fit and feel, return them, exchange them, get a different pair because they're probably not for you and it's not something that's necessarily going to get better after break-in time. Width-wise, it's a snug fitting shoe. They're definitely not narrow. They're definitely not wide, but again, it's really dependent on the specific shape of your foot, both in terms of shape, width, as well as just the general volume of your foot. It's really difficult to say who this is going to fit extremely well. They fit me okay, but again, I still don't love the tech fit system in that it will stretch under more high intensive movements. And that's again, something that I just don't care for with the laceless system. But overall, I think they fit me in particular pretty well. As far as the sizing is concerned, I'm wearing my usual size 9 US here, and the fit and the length is absolutely perfect. So if you are looking to order a pair of these for yourself, I would strongly recommend going true to size in order to achieve the best possible fit. So that is pretty much it, guys, for my review of the Blue Blast alternate colorway of the Adidas A17 Plus Purecontrol. Again, if you're interested in a pair of these for yourself, you can click the first link down below in the description or the eye in the corner of the screen. That'll take you to the review page on my website where you'll find buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes where you'll be able to pick these up below their normal $300 retail price. If you have any questions regarding this shoe, leave them down below in the comments and I definitely will get an answer out to you. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all of my social media information linked down below in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.